Welcome to Studio 434, the official podcast of the Oviedo Winter Springs Regional Chamber of Commerce. I'm Paul West, Membership Director here at the Chamber. Today we are here at the Oviedo Mall with our special guest, Karie of Oviedo Olive Oil.
How are you, Paul?
Great, Karie.
Good.
Excited to be here today.
So glad you guys are here. It's going to be fun.
Where do we start with olive oil? Where is it derived from?
So it's funny, that's the number one question I get asked is, where's your olive oil from? And luckily we can say that our olive oil is from right here in the United States. So I'll start from the beginning. So the genesis of how we came to be is I received a gift set for Christmas from my husband. Well, it didn't arrive at Christmas. It arrived about 3 months too late. So it had shipped in March of, I think it was 2020 is when it actually showed up. And during that time, I thought, okay, well, if we had this much struggle trying to find olive oil, especially infused olive oil, why not try to look and see if there's another option for us here in Oviedo? So we began researching, and we found that most of the olive oil boutiques all use the same food distributor. But we didn't want to do that. We wanted to be a little different. So we actually found a family-owned farm out of California. They do all the growing, bottling, and pressing for us. So it is all California olive oil, which is lovely. Because the number one question we get asked is, so do olives grow in Florida? So is this really from Oviedo? And it's not. I'm from Oviedo.
Right.
But yeah, so our olive oil all comes from California.
Okay. Is olive oil something that goes hand in hand with wineries?
Yes.
That type of product?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to look at it like a vintage. So I like to look at our olive oil as like a vintage, like it would with wine. So because with wine, you have different kinds of, you'll have like a red blend or this or that. And so your red blend is going to be like your store-bought olive oil. It's going to be a mixture of different olives from different regions, where ours is a true vintage. It's going to be from California. It's a monovarietal. It's single sourced. So yeah, we can't complain about the product. It's absolutely fine. And we're very thankful for who we work with as far as distribution.
When I think of olive oil, I think of Italian restaurants, of course. How is it used specifically? Is it an appetizer type of thing?
So olive oil can be used in a multifaceted different ways. So I have clients that come in and they actually shoot it daily for their health. So they use it for gut health. I have other clients that actually, they feed it to their dogs, which I think is fantastic. So they do it for, same thing for the dogs. It's going to be for their coat health, it's going to be for their skin, digestion. Olive oil is just that wonderful, natural, plant-based lubricant that we all need because it's a healthy fat. But you can use it to cook with. I have ladies that come in and they want it for their hair. So,
really?
Yeah, that's always the big question.
I don't have that issue.
I know. So, but yeah, you can cook with it. You can dip with it. We're gonna have an event in September. It's our ice cream social. We are partnering with Auntie Anne's.
Right.
So they
Another
sell,
chamber member.
Yes, they sell Bluebell ice cream, which I was not aware of at all. So we're going to go ahead and do an ice cream social where you can drizzle olive oil and balsamic on your ice
now
cream.
you heard that right. Olive oil and balsamic.
Yes. So you can actually take
With ice cream.
With ice cream. So like our blood orange olive oil with our white balsamic on vanilla ice cream makes an orange creamsicle. Like that's our signature that we've sold a lot of folks on as far as having olive oil on ice cream. It's just another little decadent treat. It's no different than your chocolate syrup. So it's going to have your healthy fats in there, and it's going to have that sweetness to it. So
Okay, what was the date again here?
September 21st, 11 to 2 p.m.
Hey, I'm going to be here. I know that. I'm very curious about that one. What about vegan and gluten-free options?
That's the beauty about our olive oil is it's all vegan. So it's all completely vegetarian with the exception of some of our dipping sauces. One of our dipping sauces does have Parmesan in it, so it does have the dairy, so that would be excluded. But your balsamic and your olive oil are all vegan, so it's all going to be grapes and olives. There's nothing else added as far as, animal-based or whatnot. Gluten-free options, we have a variety of different gluten-free options. And I will say, because I recently found out from our gluten-free folks, that some of our products that are technically gluten-free, if they have soy, it's considered a gluten base because some of the soy is derived with wheat. So I always try to steer our customers away from some of those that do have the soy based, but there's very few and far between.
So many food sensitivities to be
Yes.
aware of.
I know.
You are a chamber success story, Karie.
Thank you.
You started out using our chamber kiosk on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Then you progressed to your own kiosk here at the mall. Then you moved into a shared storefront. And now here you are in your own storefront.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a wonderful evolution of the business. So just dabbling in the weekend kiosk and seeing the exposure that we got and how welcoming everyone is in Oviedo, and then the excitement as well. So it just made sense to kind of go from there, especially once everything opened up after the pandemic, that we could have real estate available to us. So yeah, it was wonderful.
So tell me about your shipping and your distribution beyond local.
So when we started, that's how we did a lot of our business, was shipping. So, and I have to say, my furthest customer at this point right now is in Alaska.
Wow.
Not for much longer. So it's my sister. She's one of my favorite customers. So she buys from us often, and we had to learn how to ship properly. Have to package it, and then also if there's any declarations of it with whoever you ship through, UPS and even the Postal Service. So you don't want to deal with all of those nuances and isms when you're shipping. And it's glass. All of our olive oil is in glass bottles, as well as our balsamics. So you have to take extra care when shipping.
And people can order from your website?
They can. They can order from our website, and then we do free local delivery as well in Oviedo, Winter Springs, Geneva, and Chuliota.
Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. And I've heard a lot about your charcuterie board. Tell me about that.
So I've been doing charcuterie since charcuterie was a thing. So yeah, I love to do that. It's a labor of love. And I've done them from several clients. I had one client, she ordered a crudité board and a charcuterie board. So the crudité is all veggies, and it was at Christmas time, so it was for one of her Christmas parties. And we arranged the charcuterie board so that it looked like a present, and then the crudité board looked like a wreath. So it's just a lot of fun to do those. I do require some notice when I do those, because of the time and effort involved.
They're labor intensive.
They are labor intensive. Especially because you want them to look beautiful, because that's what they're known for, is the way they look, the aesthetics of the charcuterie board.
Tell me what the holidays will look like at Oviedo Olive Oil.
Oh, I hope it is what it was at my kiosk, where I couldn't keep up, and everyone was just so patient and so welcoming, because we have wonderful different options as far as the holidays. We have our mini bottles of olive oil and balsamic vinegar that come in a beautiful little gift set. So it's packaged in a box, and it's got fluff in it, ships really well. It also wraps really well at Christmas time. And then we have these gift tubes of 2-ounce mini jars of our jams, mustards, and tapenades. Another great like stocking stuffer, or even just like a little charcuterie board type gift for somebody who's a foodie. So.
All right, well that's enough talk. Let's go sample some of these.
Yes, let's do it. So good.
Things. Okay, we asked Karie what her 3 top sellers were, and there they are. What's the first one, Karie?
So the first one that we're going to try is our garlic infused olive oil. And this is also fantastic for anybody that has any allergies to garlic. So if they have like stomach issues with garlic or onion, they can definitely have this olive oil, because it's infused, so it doesn't have any raw bits of garlic. So we're going to go ahead and start with that one first, and then we'll move on to the Tuscan herb dipping sauce. So this is just an olive oil with all the delicious goodness up on the bottom of all of our seasonings. You can tell our sampler is quite empty. And this would be, if you were to compare it to a restaurant type of dipping sauce, this would be comparable to, I believe it is Carrabba's that everyone raves about that it's like. So.
Yes, I've heard about the oil, actually.
And then finally, it's our garlic herb dipping sauce, and this one is going to be equivalent to the one that you would have like at Macaroni Grill.
Okay.
So it's going to be your olive oil, it's going to be your balsamic, and then all of your seasonings as well.
Okay. Very good. Well, let's dig in.
All right, let's try it. All right, so let's do the garlic.
Will you be joining me?
I will. I love this stuff. But I'll just drink it.
Pretty good. It's light.
It is very light. Very light.
But it's not running. Interesting. All right. And what is the next one?
All right, the next one's going to be our Tuscan herb.
Okay.
This is our family favorite as well.
You should always shake it before you.
Always, yes. And this is great with our dipping sauces. They can also double as a marinade, as a salad dressing. And we have a lot of clients that will just pour it right over their fresh vegetables and throw it in the oven. And it's got all the seasoning and goodness for it.
This one has a little more liquidity.
Yes.
And the herbs are more visible.
Yes. What do you think?
Delicious.
Right?
Takes me to Northern California.
And it helps with having good bread.
Okay, let's see the last one.
All right.
What was this again?
This is our garlic herb dipping sauce.
Okay.
And this one's going to have the balsamic, so you're going to have the olive oil, and then you're going to have that sweetness and the tang of the balsamic. This one's going to be more pretty.
Much darker in color. Why is the color dark?
And most of it's going to be from the balsamic, so
Okay.
you're going to have that tinge from the dark balsamic. And if you didn't know about balsamic vinegar comes in two, a white and a dark. So think about like your wines. The only difference between balsamic vinegar and wine is one continues to age in the barrels, and then the other one is going to have the fermentation and aging in the barrels.
That is good. That's my favorite.
I was going to say, that is generally everyone's favorite. Okay, we're going.
We may be here for a while.
I mean, we haven't even broken into the tapenades and jams. I mean, this is just the oil.
Let's go look at the urns, Karie.
Yes.
Very curious about those. One thing that was a surprise to me here today, Karie, is the eco-friendly nature of Oviedo Olive Oil. And these urns are very interesting. Tell us about the process here.
So we were generally buying all of our olive oil pre-bottled, so it was already pre-labeled and pre-bottled. But now that we've been able to expand into a larger setting with our store, we do carry these beautiful stainless steel urns, and they're called Italian fusties. So you'll see them generally with a lot of people, they'll use them for like water or some other like delivery as far as a beverage, but we use them specifically for the olive oil, and that's what they're made for. So we have our olive oil stored in these fusties, and then people can come in and refill their bottles with that. So we do have already some pre-bottled product as well. So if they purchase the product and then they bring it back in, they'll receive $1 off when they do a refill. Even products that we don't currently refill on, we'll still honor the $1 off because they can bring in the bottle, and it saves it from being thrown in the landfill, and we don't have to source any more glass being made.
Right. Take us on a little tour, Karie.
Absolutely. All right, and this is going to be our sampling area. So these are all of our bottles of olive oil and our dipping sauces as well that you can sample. We make sure that they all have what's called a gravity pour spout. So it's going to allow the olive oil to flow a little bit slower. Most people, when they have a heavy hand with pouring, it's going to just kind of come out in a great gush. So this will prevent that from happening for them.
How do you pour from here?
Just, as you're holding it, spin it one more time.
I want to shake it.
No, you don't. None of these. No, this is just the olive oil.
Oh, it opens itself.
Literally, yep. Gravity is magic.
Interesting. I had no idea. Clueless in the kitchen.
And we sell those gravity pour spouts in store as well, so it makes it easy for when you pick up a bottle, grab a pour spout as well. Saves you on your olive oil.
Gravity pour. Karie, I see that you're a 2023 Ovations fan favorite winner.
I'm blushing.
Congratulations again.
Thank you, thank you. That was a tremendous surprise for me and a great honor for the community. So,
We appreciate all that you do.
thank you.
Some additional flavors?
These are our balsamics. So we're going to start here to the left. These are our whites. So again, just like your wine, it's going to be a white vinegar, and then we also have our dark balsamics. And we have flavors ranging from a raspberry all the way over to a fig.
Pomegranate is interesting.
Yes, it's so sweet and it's delicious. We have a wonderful blackberry chicken recipe with spinach on our website that uses the pomegranate.
Okay. Now this smell is a little different.
Yes, these pour spouts are going to be a little different. But this also allows us to, because some of these balsamics are very thick, it allows it to pour a little bit quicker.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and take a quick gander so you can see how they'll pour.
Shake it, of course.
No, you're
we'll
good.
Pretend
On the
I did.
balsamics, you're good.
Oh,
Nice and
dark,
syrupy.
rich color.
Yes.
All right, I'll have to grab a little bread to sample that. Oviedo Olive Oil. Plenty of options. Karie Herring, our owner, a pleasure being with you today here at the
Thank you,
Oviedo Mall.
Paul.